Hey, it's the Action Artist back as promised, and I have finished my character sketch. So I have the final rendition of my main character, Nutjob, and I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna post a picture of this for Rick at Cross Comics, so he can he can basically just copy and paste it, save as, and then bring it into as a layer into his whatever art editing programs he's using. But there it is, man. There it is. There's Nutjob. You can see all that detail. There's his camera eye. There's his guns. It's like really. I didn't even look at it that close when I was drawing it, but I see it looks like this. Basically, it's so hard for me. No matter what I do, there's always something wrong with the lighting or something. Here, let me do something. I have a camping light. I'll like hang it over here. I'm telling you, the stuff you got to do. You got to use a camping light to get some light, or I'll set it up here. I'm gonna set it right here. I don't even know. Hopefully that'll help. There we go. Let's see. So there it is. There's a side view, and you can see he's got like a guard in front of him. Basically the pecs go all the way up. The pecs on the armor go all the way up. There's a guard that comes out like a cup almost. There's his little bayonet thing, which I don't know, man. I love that bayonet thing, but right here, well, maybe as long as that was the lowest he could lower his chin, maybe. As long as he didn't hit the guard with the bayonet, because that would be stupid. But anyway, yeah, he's got a stiletto bayonet thing on his helmet. So if both his hands are occupied, he can cut things. You know what I mean? He can headbutt. He can kind of face butt somebody and stab them in the chest or something while he smashes their face. You know what I mean? It's just for devastating people. And then he's got this gun, this nice big. I'm working on this big Rob Liefeld gun. This gets the point across basically. Of basically what his armor is going to look like. He's got the stars. He's basically, he basically makes this armor himself with things he can forage, basically, because there's not a lot available to him, and he starts out very poor. It gets into like how he started out later on in the comic book. And he starts building the armor. He's got like big plates that protect the front here. Then he's got like this upper shell that's got some plates, like right where his heart would be. Then he's got these plates to protect all those vital organs, basically, and they're like sectioned. And then he's got like a plate protecting his groin area. He's got, and then basically there's a frame in the armor. You can see there's like a backpack looking thing on his armor sticking out of the back here. Basically he has an underground, like I guess Batman or whatever. He has like an underground compound. There it is, like this backpack thing that the gun's attached to. Like that right there is a power pack, but it has some things in it, and it's like detachable. Like he can take it off and use it kind of like he can like carry things in it and stuff too. And the power pack runs the suit, and it's pretty heavy, but the suit is helps him carry it, or allows him to carry it, and basically. There's you can see right here on the sides of his knees. There's joints in the armor. You know what I mean? Because there's like a frame. There's an internal frame that is pretty much attached to like the back of his back, and that frame has joints and like you know, and like gears and everything, and little like basically motorized joints, and you know, where and basically takes the pressure off his bone structure and gives him more strength and stuff like that. He basically engineers it all himself, because he's, even though he's poor, he's like super, he's like very intelligent. And yeah, that's Nut Job. And here he is. You know, I'm kind of getting, like, you can see I made it more battle worn looking, you know what I mean? But I can't, here's the deal, man. I cannot ink with these. I got to get real pens. Where is it? I cannot ink with these. They're driving me nuts. They were fun to play with, but now that I'm really getting my character down, you know, to this, it would be like I'd try to make a stroke and nothing would come out, and I'd be like, "Oh, you fucker!" And then I'd have to do it again and again and again, and then the stroke. By the time I got it, the stroke would be like rant, it'd be like in the wrong fucking direction. And I was just like, "Oh," and then I'd have to use white out. No, I can't. No, these will. I'll have, if I try to use these for, you know, for more than and maybe until I really get rolling, and you know what I mean. And I'm so. I'm so familiar with my own comic book that I can basically do it in my sleep, and then basically I can probably just do really light pencils and then go straight to ink, because I already know, you know, it'll, the more you do it, the more it all solidifies in your head. That's why you got to always work on your comic book. Always work on your comic book. So here he is, Nut Job. There's his armor. He's got kind of a, almost like a bullet shaped head from the side here. There's like an outer shell helmet, and then there's I'll show you what he looks like with his helmet off, and then he's got this like a camera where this eye is, and then he's got like an armored plate right there with like sensors in it, and the camera's like heavy duty too, so if he gets shot, you know, it might destroy the camera, but it's not gonna, like, he can't get like shot in the face, you know. And so basically, you know, oh, and right here on this arm, on his right arm, on his right forearm, he has a minigun, like a mini submachine gun, basically. And it's like tube fed. So there's that, and so I'll probably maybe photocopy this, get some real pens, ink it. You know, that's my issue. That I can't get anything. I'm basically closing in on really perfecting like my comic book here, and I don't have the right pens, and they're driving me crazy. It's like, you know what I mean, like that kind of crazy. So I'm just like, oh, you little motherfucker, oh, you know, I'm like, oh, but anyway, yeah. So there's that. I'm just having fun. It's Sunday night. I gotta work tomorrow. Back to the work world. Look at, somebody gave me money on PayPal. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I'm going to show you right now. Here's my PayPal account. I haven't even used it yet. It's just sitting there. It's like I'm so not used to having people donate any money to me ever for anything, or help, or even help me hardly with anything. I get a little bit of help here and there from people. Not like, you know, not like I need sometimes, but you know, I don't try to ask for help too much. This is all new for me, but I am trying to build a channel that doesn't just help me, it helps other young artists. But so everything, you shouldn't be able to see my password or anything, so it doesn't really matter. Look at, here we go. I'm going to show you. Oh, I got $9.41 in my cents in my PayPal. Woohoo! Man, that's awesome. And that was donated to me by Armchair Warrior. There it is, $9. And look at that. Get a load of that, YouTubers. $9.41 in my PayPal account. And no, I did not pay it myself. I actually had a dude give me a contribution from my MGTOW channel, not even my comic book channel, but there it is. And now I can use that to go get some pens. I'm going to take that $9.41 and I'm going to go get some. I only need like a number probably a .01 and a .03 or something, or maybe I don't know what is. I wonder what Ethan Van Sciver uses, because he uses Copic markers and he uses them really well. I don't know. I will have to pay attention to his videos, but yeah, I don't know. Probably like either like a .0. I don't know about the .01s are really thin, but I am working I'm working small. I'm not working on full 11x17 for this. So maybe a .01, yeah, and a .03 or something, or a .05 and a .03 maybe a .05 and a .03 I'll get kind of right in the middle. So there's that. I just wanted to, as promised, I wanted to show you guys here. Let me stop doing this. Let me, as promised, I just wanted to show you guys my character sketches, and I got 2 viewers, and that's awesome. What do you guys think? If you like it, let me know. I think it's starting to look really. I got 2 viewers. Got 2 thumbs up, 2 viewers, 2 thumbs up. Rad. People are liking the new armor. Good. No, it's not. On my part, I got to do the work and get this out there. You know what I mean? And I know I complain a lot. I got to stop bitching so much and just get this thing together. And I'm sure once I get like 4 or 5 kick-ass pages of this together. Here, let me show you what the character looks like in case anybody new is joining in. Let me grab. Here we go. I'll show you what the character looks like. So far, this is what I think I'm going to have him look like without his armor on, or without his helmet on, just so you guys can get a feel for it. Here he is. I've showed this before, but here he is taking that helmet off, and then here he is. Here's a look at his face, and this drawing is actually influenced by a friend of mine who he doesn't have hair like this. This is more like Steve Rogers, Captain America hair or something, you know what I mean? But he has kind of I know a guy who fights in he fights in mixed martial arts and like cage fights and stuff like that. He's a friend of mine. He's been on my he was on my earlier videos up. I don't know if I still have him up. My drinking and drawing, I think he was on one of them, but here's what my character looks like, sort of drinking coffee. He's pissed off. He looks pissed off all the time. He's completely disgruntled. He's like Frank Castle, but he has a better sense of humor than Frank Castle. But basically, my friend Joe Cavey has kind of these same facial features, but he doesn't have that. His hair is more kind of frizzy, you know what I mean? It's not an Italian. He doesn't have wavy, dirty blonde or blonde hair like that. So my character is that's what he looks like without his armor, without his helmet on. Here's what he looks like with it when he's in his armor, just ready for battle. Look at that. He's wider than he is. He's wider from a front view. He's like super wide in the suit because there's mechanisms in there. You know what I mean? So, if you saw him next to the suit, he'd look kind of small. You know what I mean? But in the suit, he's not that small though. He's like he's over 6 feet. You know what I mean? He's like Captain America size. You know what I mean? I don't know how tall is Captain America, 6'4" or something like that. Like he's a big guy, maybe 6'3", 6'4", but he's but when he's in his armor, he's taller because there's his feet like fit down inside, like you know what I mean, where there's like a platform with springs in there. Like basically, there's all mechanisms in these suits. Like I might have to bring the boot up higher, a little higher or something. And so, you know, like if I should draw the character right here facing you, and then a side view of the character here. That would be cool. So you got a front and side view of his armor, and then a front and side view of him in his normal clothes, basically. That's what I should do. So I think I'll work on that, and then I'll have a complete character sketch, and then I'll start doing some, you know, I got to start making my own references, like, you know, whole pages of him, like, and stuff, you know, I got to sit there and, like, you know, make all these different facial expressions and all this crap I got to do. So, because I'm really getting down to it now, and I'm probably going to buy, I think I'm going to order, instead of buying an action figure and wasting my money on some stupid piece of crap toy, I think I'm going to spend like 80 or 100 bucks. Oh, got some doggy drama going on. Oh. Let me get my pipe. Hold on a second. What's up, buddy? Huh? Come on. Get him, boy. Come on. Don't let nobody in here. Yeah, so a good boy. You want some hamburgers? Anyway, so, man, where the fuck did I leave off? See? Doggy drama. Doggy drama. What was I saying? Does anybody know out there what the hell I was talking about? I totally fucking lost my fucking train of thought. But either way, oh, instead of wasting my money on some stupid toy that you know, I don't have room to collect toys and all that shit. I mean, my house is chock full of bows, arrows, books, plants, you know, stools, chairs, fucking bureaus, clothes hanging. You know what I mean? Freaking over, you know. I mean, it's like I'm really cramped in here. You know, fishing poles, fishing tackle, because even though I don't have a huge house, I like to do a lot of stuff. And I do have a huge house, but I can't afford to live here. So I've already been over this. I have to sublet the upstairs of my house out as as a whole separate apartment, just to afford to pay property taxes, utilities, you know, plus my child support, all that stuff. It's so I'm crammed in here. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you. So my point being is, instead of getting toys and stuff like that, I think I'm going to spend the $80 or the $100 and get these new superposable, you know, dolls, basically, for drawing, and they're all like anatomically correct now and all this stuff, and they have, you know, they have fists, and then you can take the fist off, and then it's got a hand, and, you know, doing this or something, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. And because, you know, I've gotten to the point now where I barely even need reference. So if I start using reference and little lamps and lights and lighting, and, you know what I mean, and just, you know, ripping off real life a little bit, it'll bring my art to even that much more of the next level. So that's what I'm going to be working on now to get these 5 pages done. So I got to get pens, and I already got it roughed out, so I can just kind of start doing the final pencils on everything, and then, you know, as I go, I'll start getting like you know, the mannequins and stuff like that. So I guess that's all for now. Yeah, I just wanted to show the character sketch of Nutjob. There, this is the final. This is his wasteland armor. You know, he usually stays on the outskirts of the cities and towns that are still, you know, that are still populated. There's still quite a few real humans around, you know what I mean? But he generally stays out in the, like, you know, out in the outskirts, basically, where there's no people around, because it gets dangerous for him in the cities, because the demons and monsters and shit don't like him. So, and they're busy tormenting humans. Basically, they don't just eat us; they torment us. It gets into all of that, like the psychology behind it, and basically, you know, why they haven't just completely finished us off yet. and just it's not time yet, basically. And you know how like I don't know. I'll talk more about the storyline later. So, but yeah, there's that. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Action Artist, and I'll see you all later.